Hey everyone, welcome back to the Indie Basketball Podcast. This is where indie rock meets the NBA's finest. And if somehow you didn't see our last episode, we celebrated our 100th episode, and we did so with Guy Picciotto from Fugazi. It was an amazing experience. I was super excited to have him on. I thought the episode was great. I had a great time. It was really such an honor. And so here we are. We're in a post 100th episode era, and we're going to continue going because since that episode, the NBA world has been going hard, and there's plenty to talk about. So if you have listened to that 100th episode, thank you so much. If you haven't, go back. It was a delight. But here we are today, in keeping tradition alive. The season is over, freshly over. The New York Knicks have won the NBA championship. But also that means the season is over. So one of my favorite things to do is talk about the NBA draft because it never ends. And it's become a tradition to have Josh Kolenik from Small Black come on. We're going to talk about the draft, the top prospects, do a little NBA draft preview. We're also going to talk about the finals. But yeah, it's that time of year. I love the feeling of NBA prospects and theorizing and trades and off-season content. It's just so fun. But seeing as it is draft time, there's one thing I wanted to do, since it is my favorite time of year. I wanted to know. I asked a bunch of people. I asked their Discord. I put out on Instagram, and I wanted to know who are indie artists that were like NBA busts. Who is the Anthony Bennett of indie rock? So I got some answers, and I'm going to go through them. So the first one I got here is the band Fox, Phox. I don't know if you remember them. The name sounds familiar, and I had to look up after this was submitted, but they said in short order, they got the NPR Tiny Desk opened for the Lumineers in London and then shut it down. And which is kind of crazy. I went back and looked at it, and it's like they were the right band for that time, like that really twee stomp clap like era. Like they got that buzz at the right time. So it is surprising that they kind of just fizzled out like that. And they even recorded their album at Bon Iver Studio in Wisconsin. They're a Wisconsin band. That Lumineers show, you would have sealed the deal. Former guests Head and the Heart played shows with them. And I looked everywhere. I can't find an explanation for the breakup. I know, the singer is still doing solo work, but that might be on point. That's a mystery. How about the Smith Westerns? Maybe pretty solid debut, and then they broke up. That might be controversial because I do feel like, they did have a solid debut, and I feel like it's more of a Derrick Rose type bust because they're still Chicago legends to this day. I feel like people still love them around here. But also, they went on to form Whitney. They went on to do other things. And that first album, that really did hit. And I feel like their legacy is still like in good shape. It's not like, there was hype around them and that nothing ever came of it. Like, I feel like people still feel pretty positively about the Smith Westerns, especially going on to bands like Whitney and what they kind of helped do for this current Chicago music scene. Much in the same sense that Derrick Rose. I mean, no one's going to call Derrick Rose a bust. He was an MVP. A short career, a sad, shortened career, absolutely. Not a bust. Now, this one's interesting. Trail of Dead, and you will know us by the Trail of Dead. That one, I can definitely see some groups debating as well. But I do remember the hype. There was lots of hype. They were in that era of like this macabre Western tinged, like indie post-hardcore music. almost chamber poppy. You know, they were in that group with like Murder by Death, Kiss Kiss, The Snake Across the Crown, who is another band that I actually think could fit in this vein of busts. Um, but yeah, that was a band that came up pretty hot, and the thing is they have put out records over the year, but you know there was buzz about them in that when that first with Source Tags and Codes. And that album does rip. It is pretty good. You know, after I saw the submission, I had to go back and listen again, and it was a fun one to revisit. But you know, I people are going to debate you on this, but I can see it. I see the vision. Tapes and Tapes. Now this is one I agree on. Um, After winning Best Band in the World from Pitchfork Media, according to Clout Tickle. If you haven't seen that Human Giant sketch with Aziz as like a cutthroat music manager, it's incredible. You gotta watch it out. You gotta watch that. But I agree. Tapes and Tapes was solid. They were like that sort of like prototypical like indie sleaze, indie rock, like the Walkmen and you know maybe a little more erratic than them. But I saw them play at one of the summer street festivals here in Chicago, and like I really liked that one out that first album that really kind of got that buzz for them. And I agree. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened to them, but that one, I maybe we can say that's a bust. And then the last one, a few people submitted this, Surfer Blood. So I got a lot of those responses, and that first album did get a lot of hype, and it was really in that uh, not because of the name, but it was that surfery sort of dream pop, like a little bit heavier, but that dream pop vibe, um, very dreamy and very like shimmery guitars and that heavy reverb on the vocals. Um, that got people, I think, primed for something that never came in later albums. And they have released albums. I, for one, love their follow up, Pythons. It's different than the first album, but I think it's very hooky and it's got some really fun stuff in there. He's definitely changed his vocals over the years, but maybe what makes them a bust is not because they're still putting out music. But maybe it is in the sense of the adversity that kind of the band faced. You know, their drummer got cancer, which sucks. And you know, also like the singer had a lot of controversy with some domestic dispute issues that were later dropped. But maybe there was just too much going on. I mean, they still are putting out music, you know, and it's changed. They did a whole covers album a couple years ago, but I feel you. There was that hype in the beginning, so maybe not so much a bust, but they're trying to make it work. I think all in all, it's hard to call a band a bust because it's I'm not saying athletes aren't trying, but making music's just as hard of a thing to do as basketball in a completely different way, and um, especially because you're in a group and keeping those bonds with people and things change, people change, dynamics change, and it's really hard to call people a bust, but um, it's fun to think about. Got a lot of responses, and these are just a couple of the ones I broke down. So this was fun to go over. But in terms of potentially future busts, we're going to go over some of those potential picks that are going to happen in this upcoming NBA draft. And Josh and I are going to break it down as best we can. So let's go ahead and let's get to the goods. Here's our recap. What's up, man?
Little A's gear going? Let's do it. Little Bash Brothers?
You gotta do it. I got a
Hell,
few, but I feel like especially if we're talking about rebuilds and prospects, no one rebuilds better than the A's, man.
yeah, the Moneyball, juicing, they got everything.
um,
You ever read Jose Canseco's book,
no,
Juiced? It's a good one. I would recommend it. It's one of the
Okay.
best sports bios. Basically, his main thesis is that you should juice, and that if you don't, you're not reaching your full potential.
I
Which
love
is
that he
like,
did that, and then he called out like every other person who juiced.
yeah, he's really a piece of shit.
Yeah. And for me, the A's, like I grew up like loving that Moneyball era team, and like Barry Zito was like I wanted to be Barry Zito, man. I even bought like the Puma cleats, and my high school team was green and gold, so it worked out.
I,
Um,
I used to work at Major League Baseball.
oh, awesome.
Yeah, when I first graduated college, and it was kind of during the Zito era,
Yeah,
and we did a shoot with them at. There was a house in Oakland. It was Zito, Mulder, and Chavez lived together, and it was basically just like a complete frat house.
I
And we
bet.
just we gave them a camera, and they just like filmed what was happening at this place.
I
And
could see
like,
him like ripping heaters in the backyard.
oh, they showed us like Zito's box of pornography. They were just drinking the whole time. It was just like complete. We were like, we can't use any of this, but
No,
it was
thanks
it's
for
quite a
trying.
legendary shoot. Yeah, that
Yeah,
we,
Zito
we
seemed
used.
like he was so concerned about everything but baseball, but he was like good. He was good at it for a short stint. But yeah, he
Yeah, he
was
was incredible for like three
yeah
years. Yeah.
wild dude.
Yeah, fun team for
Um,
sure.
but basketball wise, there's been a lot going on, and not even just basketball wise. I see you wearing that World Cup shirt, man.
But yeah, yeah. I'm going to see the Bosnians on Thursday. I can't wait.
Do you have a tie? Do you have Bosnian heritage?
No, I've wanted to go to a game, and I watched
Yeah,
the game where they eliminated Italy, which would it's my people, and I respected them. They had like it looked like they had four apartment buildings like behind the stadium, looked like they were on fire. I was like, this
yeah.
is everyone was like smoking cigarettes outside. I was like, I love these. These are my guys going forward. So
There you go.
I'm riding with them.
Love that. That's so cool to see a World Cup game, man. Like I also love that it's like it's in the U.S., so it's everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. No, I needed to go. I work in doing film stuff too. I work on sports documentaries, and I just finished a show called Soccer Meets America that's on Roku. So the World Cup's kind of been my life for like the last like 7 months. So it's fun to
Yeah,
go see it in the wild.
awesome. Um, and then of course the NBA Finals just wrapped. Knicks win their first championship in 53 years.
Yeah, you're talking
Um,
to a New York boy right here, a
yeah.
Long
All right. So
Islander.
does this really hit for you?
Well, when they kicked Oakley out of Madison Square Garden, I decided I wasn't going to root for the Knicks anymore. Um, because I just Dolan just has,
Awful
you know,
human being.
yeah. So I kind of took a step away for a while, and yeah, I got into the Grizzlies, which are kind of my team now. But was very excited out here in LA where I live. There's a bar called 33 Taps, and it's called the Left Coast Knicks, and I went and watched with all my Psycho Nick New York
Nice.
fans there. It was very fun. There was
I think
fireworks. It
that's
felt like it was close as we could get to the
yeah.
city.
I think that's what's been really interesting about this series in general, and it's something I feel like I haven't felt with any finals before. Is that you normally if my team's not in it, I'm like I don't care who wins.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to watch some good basketball. This year, it feels like everyone is like I have to take a side and I have to stand by it, and no one was
Yeah.
ever going to back down.
Yeah. I realize a lot of people hate New York City, eh, and a lot of people love it. So, but yeah, the feelings are very strong. And like, I just think I kept hearing the argument that like New York doesn't need this. They have everything. It's like,
Yeah,
we haven't won anything. And this is the number one basketball city in the country. Like every kid grows up playing. You grow up playing at the playground, you play in the city. I played in the city for years. It's just like read the city game, There's like so many books about basketball in New York. It's so important to the culture, and people love the Knicks and have stuck with this team through one of the worst runs of all time. I mean, the 2000s was just I was just thinking about like things. I'd be like, if only Eddie Curry can play, like 3 more games, maybe we'll be the seventh seed. Just like the stuff you'd have to root for. brutal, and
Yeah.
the
And
Garden's
I've
it still been packed every night, People love hoops in New York, and they deserved it. It's been so long, 53 years. I mean,
right.
and just having like Clyde there, I mean, it made me tear
Every
up a little
game,
bit.
man, dressed
Yeah,
so well.
yeah. It's the whole MSG team is just like the best, and I don't know. It just is so cool, and the team is like, I mean, it can't be more likable to me. Like they're so tough. They're such like a five-man unit that like complements each other in a way that most teams that win aren't.
You know what I think it is too is that people have this, especially as it is shown on TV, people have this feeling if you're not from New York and you see all these celebrities at the games, you're like, oh, the freaking elitist New
Yeah.
Yorkers, man.
You should
It's like
turn on
they're all
WFAN
fans
here.
too.
Hear Ira from Queens and
Yeah.
Billy from Bensonhurst. You'll figure
Oh
out who's
yeah.
really rooting for this team.
Right.
like,
There's just
like
the quote unquote discourse has been pretty exhausting and like I've
yeah,
I don't know. I do see like when you have a city as big as New York City is, like you're just it's just there's so many more options of types of people that are going to be
yeah.
into this team and who are going to be like, "Hey, I want to celebrate too."
I mean, if you go up top in MSG and you sit with people that have been up there for,
Yeah.
30 years, it's, the fandom is real. In New York, the Knicks are the one team in New York that brings everyone together because no, sorry, but nobody roots for the Nets. They have zero fans. Um,
They basically don't exist.
no, I mean, it's been a disaster. They really had an opportunity with the Knicks, like at a true nadir when they first moved to Brooklyn, and I think
Yeah.
everyone was really excited about it just to like.
Jay-Z. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just like the branding is so bad. It looks like it's like
They
I
roll
don't
out the
know.
Cosby sweater
It
like
looks, yeah, the
jerseys
court,
every year.
those are horrible. And the court looks like Pleasantville, the gray court. It's like,
Yeah.
where'd they get that from? The Chip and Joanna show, just everything's gray everywhere. It looks like
Even the
crap.
stadium's weird. Like I lived in Park Slope for like
Yeah,
4
yeah.
years, and when what's weird to that one is when you walk in and you're walking in at the upper level, so like you have to like go
Yeah,
down
yeah,
to the
yeah.
court.
That I think is fun. I mean, it looks good in there, but
Yeah.
uh it's tuned for concerts, you know.
Yes. 100%.
So it's really dead in there. When it's not, there's just no, I think it's like there's not a lot of ambient noise and like you can really feel it, and like I think it kills the crowd in like in a regular season game. But
Doesn't feel like a big stadium at all.
they just like had the wrong, I think, approach to what would make that team popular. It's like, well, it's in Brooklyn at the peak of the hipster Brooklyn thing. It's like make
Right.
it a hipster team, like develop it from the draft instead
Yeah.
of trying to like buy these washed dudes,
I mean,
like
and
buy
that's what
and
killed
bought,
it.
yeah, and they bought the Celtics a championship,
They
because
did it
Tatum and
twice, and
Brown,
then they
yeah,
they bought KD and Harden and
yeah, and it
Kyrie.
almost it almost worked the second time, but.
Yeah, almost.
But I mean,
Uh,
geez, the guy running the team, I mean, the draft, we're about to segue to the draft. I mean, the Nets draft last year is just god awful. I mean, all those guys stink. And
yeah.
that draft was really good. I mean, there's good players in there.
And Mikal Bridges jumped across town and won a championship.
Yeah, yeah. And got
Good for
bombed on
him, you know.
Instagram Live today.
Yeah, he did. They're having fun. OG was
Yeah,
very
yeah,
blitzed on the
yeah,
news this morning.
yeah, yeah.
Really, really loving this team. And that's the hard thing. So I know I lived in New York for like 4 years, but like I'm happy for the city. I like the Spurs, and I know a lot of people were very like, all of a sudden they're like Wemby is the most evil man on the face of this planet. Uh, I love Wemby. I still love Wemby after the series, and that's the reason I rooted for the Spurs is like I kind of just like am fascinated with him in the same way that I'm fascinated with Shohei Ohtani and MLB. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like this before, so how can I not root for it?
Yeah, I just feel like it's a better outcome for the NBA. Like,
Yeah,
even being a biased as a New Yorker, like this is so important to the city, and San Antonio's won 5 times in the last 20 years, and they're gonna win with Wembanyama. Like I would say, like 90% chance.
Yeah,
It's him and Harper just is terrifying. And I don't know, Wemby's a kid. I think that's what
true.
we.
They all are actually.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he did a lot of stuff you do when you're young, and like he was getting beat up the whole series, and he lashed out, and it's embarrassing. It's like you can't do that. Like, and he was gonna get suspended for Game 6, I think, if they had won. Like,
I'm
I
sure.
think that play. I don't know. I can't believe he didn't get a flagrant on the one where he threw Brunson on the ground.
Shoving
So
his
I don't
head
know.
to the ground was tough. That was tough.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's fun. It's fun to.
Yeah,
I was
the
hoping to
physicality
not
is great.
not dislike him so quickly, but it's
Yeah.
we're there.
Yeah, and I feel like that's also kind of just like where sports fandom is now. It's like you have to go to the extremes. It's think about, 2 weeks ago how everyone felt about Shea, and
Yeah.
everyone forgot about Shea now, and now it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Wemby
Yeah.
sucks now.
Yeah. I mean, he just had like a real high approval rating. Like, I don't think the Knicks fans came into this series like wanting to despise him, but
Yeah,
he did a
that's
real
true.
good job of. I feel like when he threw that elbow at Nas Reed, you know, it was like, oh, this guy's
Perked
like
their
got
ears
a,
up a little bit.
well, he's just got an edge. It's like
Yeah,
he's not just like this like Euro soft boy. It's like, oh, he's like, I don't know. It was like kind of fun to me as someone who likes sort of tough teams, but then it
yeah.
kind of just I liked when he sent his goons after the game.
When he whispered on his way out,
That
that was
I
great.
thought was incredible villain stuff. It was
Yeah,
very fun.
it was very good. And
Take
and
out,
the
take
same
out
guy
deep
is
TikToker.
the same guy is just like he's drawing pictures in the park before the game. Like what?
Yeah,
Like who is this guy? Like
he's
makes no
just put.
sense, but I love
Yeah,
it.
he's playing for the Instagram for sure. But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. It's
and
a they'll
I
be
mean on
back
the
for sure.
for sure, and on the other hand too, like Harper, honestly amazing. I saw one stat that really blew me away, and that was that he had 300 points in the playoffs as a rookie, and that's the most of any rookie in the playoffs ever.
Crazy.
That's This other stat was that LeBron, Wade, Melo, and Bosh combined for 294 points in their rookie seasons, and the entire 2024 rookie class combined for 288 points.
Yeah, I mean everything that was said about him in the draft run up, was true. We didn't really see it at Rutgers.
Mm-mm.
I thought he looked great, but it just wasn't this. I mean, Ace was even like more of the alpha on that team when you watch
Yeah,
them. But I don't know. That's why I was thinking about this today when I was kind of looking down the draft board of like what, college kind of tape isn't everything, and like I don't
who's
know.
gonna
Yeah,
beat Harper, man?
uh, I mean, there's one guy who it should be, but we'll see if he's got his head in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, why don't we get in the draft then? So it is a very good. I think it is also a very good class this year. I think we're very blessed to have back to back solid draft classes. Um, it seems like the top four are like pretty locked in. It's just maybe there will be some shuffles. Who knows? But I feel like people have a good feel for what 1 through 4 is going to go.
I don't think any of those teams are trading. And
No,
maybe Washington would consider Ace Bailey and 2 for 1, but I like can't imagine. I mean, the Grizzlies are not trading out of there. Like, no
do you
way.
think there's any world where one of these picks goes for Giannis? It just doesn't make sense.
Why would the Bull? I mean, none of no offense to your Bulls, but you never know what they're gonna do.
We make some
Like,
pretty rough decisions.
yeah, like that. There's just not. They're just being the same place as the Bucks, I guess. Just I don't think he would be good for him.
You'd have to empty out the team, and so it's what Giannis and Josh Giddey versus the world. Like
Yeah, I
it
mean,
doesn't make
that's not
sense.
gonna. It's not gonna get it done.
No,
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think Giannis is like. And maybe the Clippers would do it at 5. That he's willing to spend a lot of money, and maybe
and
they
the
can get over.
Clippers can generate as much money as they want. Apparently,
Yeah, It's funny because the Clippers are having like a big watch party for their pick here in LA, and we're just like, are they going to trade it? Like, are they like, you're
Right.
almost like killing your own leverage by like having this party. Like, you can't have your fans come and then
Yeah.
not pick.
Could you
So
imagine too if Giannis went to the Clippers and to have like this whole business conspiracy with the Clippers and then also have Giannis who is part owner of Kelce? It just like it's a
yeah,
weird
yeah,
vibe.
yeah. I don't know what he was thinking with that. I guess he's just getting so much money. So,
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
um,
So okay, let's start from the top. I mean, unanimous is AJ Dumont is going to go number one. Yeah.
he's not number one on my big board.
Oh,
I like Boozer. I'd take him one. I think he's can't miss.
really?
I
He's a
really
safe
want him.
bet.
He's really, really good. Like I, I, I I definitely was biased against him because I dislike Duke. But like when you look at the numbers, I mean, he's a great shooter. He's an incredible passer. He's great on defense. He destroyed everyone the whole season. And I don't know, like I don't know. I think people are kind of like labeling him just as like a pure four, but like
Yeah,
he can play three and he can shoot. He can really shoot it. Like
sure.
I don't know. I just I don't see how he could kind of be, somewhere between like what you get out of OG and Cad into like one guy. Like I don't know. I'm really into him. I'd be ecstatic to get him.
I think my feelings with him is that he has all those things, but out of the top four, he is the least athletic capability of the four of them in terms of pure physicality. But
Yeah.
he is like he has that finesse. And maybe he doesn't need it.
I think just I don't know, most when people have that level of production, like the numbers say that it usually translates.
Sure.
He's still so young. I mean, it's not his fault that he's just like a beast. Like,
Yeah,
like he looks like
that's
the
true.
man compared to all these guys. But I don't know. I'm the shooting and the passing just like combined with like a true low post scorer. I mean, it's a pretty fun combination, I think.
All right, so you have Cam going number one to the
Well, I think
Wizards.
I think Devance is going to go one. If we're
Okay,
what's our format here
this we're going versus. I guess let's go with who you would take.
for the team or just in order? Okay, I would take Boozer one.
We're going rankings, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes. You
and I
think
would
Boozer is the
take.
best player in this draft?
I think so.
And I remember you had Paolo, and everyone doubted Paolo going number one actually in
Yeah,
that
I was right
draft.
on that. I said Chet was going to be a bust. So,
You were very right, especially this year. People realized it.
well, I think Chet is good. I was thinking about that today when I was like thinking about prepping for this. It's funny. I didn't have any faith in Chet because I watched a lot of Gonzaga games, and he just would kind of disappear in games. I forget he was on the floor, and then like in the series against the Spurs, I was like, oh, there's that guy again. Like I
You know
don't
what's
know.
funny is even though we're happy to call him a bust right now, he's definitely not a bust. Like he's got
No, he's an all-star.
way more
He's a great.
game.
I was
He
saying
was
I was
all
I was
NBA this year, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was saying I was wrong. Like I think he's a great player, but like
Yeah.
something they've figured something out with him in that
Yes,
series that I'm sure he'll figure it out. People across time have had terrible series, especially as a young player, and figured it out. But no, he's a great player. Just like
for sure.
that's the reasons why I was a little lower than him on the other guys. Like kind of showed
Yeah, yeah.
themselves in
Okay.
that game.
So you got
Uh,
Cam one. I mean, I what I like about AJ is I mean
no,
he definitely seems like he's got the personality too to like he's like
I
I'm
like
ready
him a
to be a
lot too.
superstar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think also I'm rooting for the Grizzlies, so I kind of think we're gonna get Boozer,
sure.
hopefully. So I like really talked myself into it. But no, I mean AJ just like at the athleticism is through the roof. Like some of those Big 12 like tournament games were just insane. Um, I don't know. It just like I just feel like shooting
Yeah.
kills in the NBA, and I do worry that he's not going to be like a really high level shooter. I think he's going to be good.
Feels pretty similar to Ace Bailey last year,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's a lot of just like pure physical dominance, which is a little can be a little scary. I don't know, but I I just feel like him and Boozer. I just think Boozer's the surer thing.
Sure. When I look at AJ and I like see his game, like, and I had the feelings I have about him in this draft are also the same feelings that I had for Andrew Wiggins back in 2013
Yeah, I mean,
or
I've heard that
2012,
as
whatever it was.
a comp for him for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't
And
know.
not to say Wiggins has had a great career to this point. It's just not the career that we thought when he got drafted. We thought he was going to be this slashing T-Mac, like crazy athleticism, offensive player. And
He just doesn't have the juice, you know?
no,
Like he's not a killer. Like you watch, like you people have that killer instinct, but they don't. And he did for the one series against the Celtics where he destroyed them. But he just doesn't seem to have it every night.
yeah. But I did appreciate him being the player correspondent during these finals. That was
Yeah, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. It's very fun.
Very fun stuff. He's ready to be in the NBA, very
Yeah.
clearly.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, the one of the guys we're going to talk about soon did it as well, and he was really fun, I thought,
Yeah,
too. Um, I think Peterson's amazing, and it's not going to surprise me if he's the best player in this draft.
yeah.
I got to see him in person against St. John's, like my boys down at in the tournament. He just gets wherever he wants on the court. He is an insanely good shooter. Um, it just looks very easy for him. Like it's just
Yeah.
effortless.
People
And
refer to him as having the highest ceiling of this entire draft class.
yeah, I mean, he's like a prototype player. Like what's he, 6'5", 6'6", can play 2 and 3.
Can already
Maybe can
shoot.
play. He's just going to be a microwave scorer. I mean, I don't know. It's I think the concerns with him is just all the weird stuff. It's just one thing after another. Like one of my good friends is like a big Kansas guy, like kind of connected, works in sports, connected to the team, and like the whole thing with the agent being behind the bench, like pulling him out of games, whatever this cramping thing was. Now he's only working out for the Wizards.
That's
Like
that's crazy.
it's
Like
is it
the
is he th-
confidence, it's a confidence play, but
is he the idiot, or is the agent? You know,
I don't know. Do you
I
do
guess
you
like
feel like there is like this sort of uh the prospects kind of want to control their destiny in drafts lately? Like it does feel like they're doing whatever they can to go where they want, like without being like, I won't play
mm,
for you.
well, this is 2 years in a row where guys have tried to get out of going to Utah. So, you know, and want to go play for the Wizards. I mean, Ace Bailey literally did the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's you got it. I mean, the agent to me is like doing the advising here, and they're just not doing it very good. Like we should be so excited for this kid. Like he is so good, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like hesitant. I'll tell you, like I'd rather have the other two guys. Like I just think they're
So
they're not going to miss.
if AJ goes one, wouldn't you think like it's the Utah Jazz? Why wouldn't you take Boozer? Like you had his dad was a legend for your team. Like,
He's the scout for the team. So
yeah,
yeah, no, I mean, I think that's what they're going to do. I just It's just their one good position is the four. I mean, they have
yeah.
Jaren and they have Lowry, and it's just they really need like a one or a two, and Peterson's the right fit for them basketball wise, and like to me, the talent with Boozer is very close.
Do you feel there's overlap between Darren and Ace, or is Ace more
Ace is
playing
so
the
he's
wing?
isn't he huge? Isn't he like
Yeah,
6'8" or something?
he's probably
Uh,
playing more of the 3-4 position.
yeah, I think Peterson just slots in at the two immediately with Keontae
Yeah,
George, but.
it could be an interesting team, honestly, if
I
you
mean,
once you put him in
I
there.
I think they kind of should take him. Just otherwise, they're gonna have to move one of those guys, and
Yeah,
there's just not enough playing time for the three of them. But you also just got to get the best guy. So that's why I think
yeah,
they
yeah.
might still take Boozer.
All right, who do you have for three then?
Uh, Peterson. Yeah.
Peterson. So if the Peterson's the third, I mean third best. I still think highest ceiling, but yes,
Yeah,
I think in terms of current status as a player, and I think yeah, I would say yes. I especially with all the shenanigans going on
yeah,
now. If Boozer did fall to Memphis, you would love that.
that's what I want. Yeah, for sure.
Especially because Jaron's gone. I mean,
Yeah,
you need
I
that.
mean, he just seems like a lock, and Memphis is a small market, and it's a place that some people don't want to go. And if it's like if he's going to come in with a bad attitude, that just is not. It's not great for a small market team. But I don't know. I'll get very excited about him immediately if that's the name that comes out. I mean, just seeing him in person, you're just like, wow, this guy is unbelievable. Like
Sure.
he's moving a little differently than everybody else.
Now, the name of the top four that we haven't moved around at all is Caleb Wilson. Do you
Yeah,
think
I
there's any
like,
chance he goes up higher?
like when I first started like getting into this, I thought I would maybe have him higher just because he looks so athletic, but I don't know. I just think he's the biggest like upside swing here, and like he I just don't know about any shooting, and the defense. He's like a sieve on defense, so I think he'll figure it out. He seems like such a fun and cool kid. Like I'm really into him, but I don't know. I just think the other three guys are just a bit further along, and I thought he was going to be like 6'11" or something, Caleb, and he's only what 6'9". That's what I think.
Sure.
He's not Giannis, like,
No.
but I do really like him a lot. I think like he looked like KG out there, and like
Yeah.
his highlights are like the most nuts of everyone.
Th-
Like
that and that's as a
those
Bulls
dunks
fan
are
was
are
that's getting me
sick.
through.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'd be really excited to get him. I think he's.
Yeah.
I think that even guys beyond this four that could be the best player in this draft, like he's just not a sure thing. I think as much as the other guys are, and I think the Bulls is a good place for him to go. It's like you're
Yeah.
rebuilding. Like there's space for him. He's got a year to kind of screw around and not feel like I don't know. It seems like a cool fit.
I think
He
there's
was
like
real funny when he was doing like he was at some of the Western Conference Finals games, or no, he was at the Brunson game. He was going
uh
crazy. It was very very fun. Yeah.
I mean as a Bulls fan, like I feel like Caleb Wilson has defaulted to like the consolation prize, but again, I don't think that's a bad consolation prize by any
I would be
means.
ecstatic. I'd be ecstatic to get him. I think
Yeah.
it's just the other guys have just shown more pure skill so far,
Hmm.
but who knows? I mean, he's definitely like seems like he's like a little not nuts. He just like he cares. He's a dog for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, also the story's right there. It could be a city of two Caleb's, man.
But yeah, yeah. Oh,
It's
there
just
you
meant to
go.
be.
That's good. That's good. I didn't even think of that.
Meant to be,
I
man.
love
And
that.
I mean, I'm allowing myself the finals ended literally 2 days ago, and I'm allowing myself now to have a sliver of optimism because we
Yeah,
hired Tiago Splitter as head coach.
love
We
the
have the number
splitster.
four pick. We have a new front office entirely. Like
Yeah, you got lucky that El Cheapo didn't want to pay old Splitter.
he's yeah, giving Reinsdorf a run for his money and cheapness.
He seems awful. I mean,
Terrible.
why didn't he hire that guy? The team wasn't supposed to make the playoffs. They like played the Spurs pretty well. Like
Yeah,
he did a great job. I mean,
he did,
they
but
were fun to
he
watch.
doesn't give a
Yeah.
shit about the team
Yeah.
itself at all.
Yeah, it's really I don't know why would you sell a team to this guy? It's crazy. Like,
I mean, why would you move the Sonics away from Seattle? Like
yeah,
there's some ownership
money.
decisions that truly make no sense to anyone who enjoys basketball, but to a businessman, I guess maybe they do. Okay, so there's the top four. Now with the Bulls having four, there is talks about the Bulls also trying to finagle their way back in the top 10 with that number 15 pick.
Yeah, the
Do you think
Grizzlies the same there's the same talk.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to take a lot. It's going to
it
take
would, yeah.
at least an additional first. Like
I don't know
And
if it's
with
worth
the
it because there's
um,
options. There's options.
I would do it. I hope my team does it. It worked out last year for the Grizzlies taking Coward. I mean, that was a huge swing. And
So if the Grizzlies move up, who are you hoping that second pick would be?
I mean, well, we should go through
Let's keep
the
going down to
guards.
five. Who's your five?
I mean, I like A Cuff. I'm
Acuff is.
obsessed
I
with
like
him.
Acuff too.
Yeah, I mean, we just watched the little 6'2" guy, 6'1" guy win the championship. A
Yeah,
fearless guy. I mean, he's amazing. He's an amazing scorer.
yeah.
I don't know. He was so impressive to me in like the SEC tournament and the tournament. He just was really. I mean, he led the SEC in scoring and assists. He shot 43% from three. He gets to the rim whenever he wants. Like I don't know. And he's not that small. Like he's like a 6'5" wingspan. He's 6'2". I mean, I don't know. He just has like the heart to me.
He
Like I love
does.
watching that guy. Like I don't know. I like a lot of the other players too, but he just to me has the most juice, and I don't know. He just has it
Yeah,
for me. He's a
that
star.
that five is floating around, and that I feel like is a slot where it starts to change, kind of
Yeah, I mean,
constantly in mock drafts.
yeah. You know, I, there's lots of different guys you could like here. So
I don't see Wagler at five personally. Like I mean that could just be my regional bias, and like I'm not used to seeing talent come out of Illinois, but
I like
um
him. I mean, I have him next. I like big guards. He's a really good passer. He just kind of ran the team as like an 18-year-old, like with all these Balkan dudes, just like Balkan adults, and they're like deferring to him. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, they made the Final Four first time since D Brown, and I don't know. He's pretty cool. I think he's like maybe limited in terms of like pure athleticism, but like size kills, and he's kind of like looks like Luca or something out there with these slow, like more Euro like decisions that he
sure.
makes. I don't know. I think he's gonna be
Halliburton
pretty.
too a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good comp for sure.
I feel like Halliburton loves to just take his time a little bit and like kind of think
Yeah,
through his
yeah. I mean
moves.
that style of play, just seems to have seep more and more into the league every year, and I don't know. I like him a lot. I prefer him to the other point
Sure.
guards.
And then following that, you got I'm gonna guess
Um,
Fleming's.
I've got Burries.
Oh, okay.
Fleming that is I don't I'm not a fan.
Okay, sure.
Uh, Burries again saw play in the tournament. Um, Such a confident player, you know, plus shooter. I mean, I just try to not forget to take shooting. Like that's what is required in the league. If you can't shoot, you can't really be out there anymore. Like in the playoffs, you like just get played off the floor, Like you have to like shoot at a respectable clip. I I mean he's pretty big. Like I don't know, I could see the Clippers taking him at 5 just because he's a local kid. Um yeah, I mean and he what do you shoot like I think like 43% from 3 and like very very good very high from 2. I don't know. I just
Do you think the Clippers are potentially willing to be like, hey, let's move that pick?
I mean maybe. I mean to 16, I don't think they'll drop that far. I don't think anyone's getting from 15 or 16 to
It's
here. Like I
probably
think
going to be,
you could
I
get to
mean,
10.
yeah, or Dallas might move back. You can see maybe you get 9, but I don't see
Yeah,
why Dallas would.
I mean they need
They need more people.
yeah, for sure.
They need bodies. I mean, looking at NBA Drafts.net's, which changes all the time. Like
Yeah.
Wagler, they have Wagler down at 9, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean I look at all the different boards. I mean he kind of fluctuates between
Yeah.
there. I mean I like these. I like Acuff, Wagler. and Burry's better than the other two point guards. Like,
Sure.
I don't know about the Michael Brown, I don't know. I watched some highlights and he seemed like a brat,
Yeah.
which is not my favorite.
Um. Okay. So after.
At 8, I got Yaxel. It's a big year for New Jersey.
Ooh.
The World Cup finals there,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Uh, the Knicks, it's a big year for the tri-state. So Yaxel,
Yeah.
I, I just don't see how he's not going to be like a killer player in the playoffs. Like
I mean, he
he's
showed
abs
he
he's
showed like March Madness, like what he can do in clutch moments like that. So
I mean, really the only knock on him is that he's old, which is can be a big knock, but like his like path to college basketball is so weird. Like he didn't play basketball till he was a senior in high school. He only got recruited by like I think like Western New Mexico Junior College or some crazy stuff. Like I'm
I
a
mean, it's like
psycho
Embiid,
with
but I'm not sure that's the bar we should be modeling after. But it's just the fact that
I
like,
mean
yeah,
Embiid
they're
was like 19 when he got drafted though.
yeah.
I mean he
But
no,
he started playing late.
he was I think he was always playing. He was a bad kid and couldn't play because couldn't pass his classes. So I don't know. I just like I see that like these older players a lot of times don't work out, but I mean he did just dominate college basketball. He easily could have been the player of the year. I mean they won the national championship. He's 6'9", 7'4" wingspan, killer shooter. I mean I don't know. Every team can use that guy.
I would. I feel like I'm thinking through the selfish lens of being a Bulls fan. If we do get Caleb, I don't I don't see the fit of Yaxel on the Bulls if you're stacking with fours like that. So I think he makes sense in that middle like
Yeah.
7, 8, 9 area where I don't think the Bulls would trade up for that. If they did trade
Yeah.
up, they would trade for like a guard probably because they traded them all away last year.
Yeah. Yeah. They all were ripping everywhere. I
All
mean,
of them.
Io's so good. Jeez. I
That one
couldn't
hurt the
believe how
most to me.
yeah, that
That was
seems
the
really
last U of I player we drafted.
yeah. Yeah, he was on
He's a
that number one seed team that lost to Loyola. Yeah, he's fun. A really awesome player. Um,
the, all right. Who's your 9?
I've got my boy, the big preteen, Ada Adai Mara. I took my girlfriend to see him play at UCLA like 2 years ago, and she just was like very captivated by him because he looked like he was like 13 or 14 since he's 7'3". Like, um, he's an amazing passer for his size, and I just feel like every team is like preparing themselves for the Wemby wars now, and you need your big boys, and
Yeah.
this guy in this draft is like you know the guy who could potentially guard him,
But
and
are
I
you
don't
going to
know.
get Wemby or are you going to get Hashim to beat?
No, I mean you're not going to get Wemby. You're just getting people to guard him.
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
into the Wemby wars concept.
It's
Like
the
you got to get
we
your
just need the
ammo.
wingspan. Occupy airspace.
His wingspan, I think, is set 9'9" or something.
Jeez.
No, he's absolutely huge. So, and
Wild.
I mean, I thought he was like kind of a stiff, but in the tournament, he was so good. He's like he looks like a tween, but he's definitely like kind of an asshole, like in a good way. Like he was in there boxing it up, and I don't know like I am a sucker for big man passing, so
Yeah.
uh, I just
Aren't
think
we
it
all
like
in the era of Nikola Jokic? Aren't we all?
yeah, Marc Gasol I feel like was the
Yeah.
first player to really like
Yeah.
turn me on to it. It's just like such a cool way to open up your team, and like it's just always very impressive to see the big fella like throw it behind the back.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very
All
cool.
right. Number 10.
I got LeBaron Philon.
Dang, I'm seeing Nate Ament falling way down your board.
Well, I'm not a big fan of his. I've watched a lot of Tennessee. I don't know. He's clearly got the tools, but he just seems I don't know. he's kind of drifting out there. I could be wrong. Like he's definitely a skilled, very skilled, but like in the bigger games I watched with him, he's just like he's not ready. And I love LeBaron. He's like one of my favorite dudes in the draft. He's just like a slasher. He's easily the fastest guy in the draft. He shot
Hmm.
40% from three. I mean, his stats are ridiculous. He had 26 points a game, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, like in the SEC, a very good conference. And I don't know, he's skinny, I guess, but I love the sort of a run and gun player like that. And like I could just see him at worst being like a killer like Jamal Crawford, like true killer six man.
He's got those handles.
Oh yeah, no, he's so good in the open floor. He's like Ja or something. He's just like
Yeah, yeah.
nasty.
Sick, sick. Okay. So I know you, as we talked, like you were saying, this is a deep draft, not just 1 through 4, but this is like 1 through like 16.
Yeah, yeah,
From
yeah.
10 to through the lottery, how do you feel? And like, where do those kind of players rank for you?
Well, I have the two guards next that are other people like more like Fleming. Like he's such a nice kid. I don't know if you ever, and he's like real smart. So I feel like I watched an interview with him and I was like, oh, he's just like he was just sensitive and aware of like what was happening in the game so much. Like, oh, I like really like him. I don't know. I just like I don't. He just looks. He's just he's little, like, and he looks. I don't know. I just for something he just didn't pop to me enough in the games, and I watched a lot. I watched 5 Houston games, so sometimes you see a bad sample of someone and you're wrong. But like I don't know. I just like prefer the other guys. Like Cuff first game, I was like, wow, this guy, like this, he is just a freak.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know, Michael Brown, who knows with this guy? I mean, I'm sure he'll just be Donovan Mitchell 2.0, the last Louisville guy who we didn't really see their
yeah.
freshman year, and then it was like, oh, he's an all-star, like I mean, people have him going 5, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've been seeing Brown, I've been seeing Amen, I've been seeing Flemings all go within the top
Yeah,
10
yeah,
pretty universally. So,
yeah.
but you're putting the eye test on
I just like to have some hot takes. I'm
it.
I'm just into LeBaron. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So I mean, a lot of these players in the top 10, do you feel like, especially with how deep this draft class is, do you feel that, say, a different year, someone like an Acuff could end up being like a top 3 pick in like 2 years ago? I mean, 2 years ago, this class was not great,
Yeah, just Castle was sitting there for everybody, and they all passed on him. I had him
they
number
sure
one.
did.
Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, Acuff seems like an easy top three pick in most drafts. Like why is he like? Is he worse than Ja was coming out? It's like
Yeah.
he's like Ja that shoots 40% from three. So I don't know. Like he's
Is
definitely
there,
small.
go ahead.
No, you should go
I was gonna say, is there a team you think is going to really make out this year?
in the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully the Grizzlies. We got 2 first round picks in the second pick of
I feel like you and I are pretty
yeah, definitely the
neck and
most
neck for that.
invested in the draft. Who else
I
has
mean, I'm
multiple
excited for
picks?
Washington. Like
Yeah,
I'm
fine. I mean,
excited. Whoever they get, like that team is going to be fun to watch.
maybe.
I mean,
You like
depending on how
watching
many
Trey Young?
minutes AD plays, the whole city of New
It
York is
seems like
debates
it
me.
seems like a disaster. These two like AD seems like just truly doesn't care,
Yeah,
and it's like I don't know. I think Trey's like maybe a little undervalued now, just because he's just he's a victim of the money he's making more than he's a bad player. Um, I don't know. I could see him really having a good year. I mean, he's an incredible scorer.
yeah, and I think Sar made some good progress last year,
Yeah, I
And
like Bub. I mess with Bub. They
yeah,
have some fun players.
it's maybe the biggest wild card of a team, and I think if AJ or Cam or Darren, any of those three are like we think they could be, I think it would be a quite a boost to the rest of that team.
Yeah, yeah. No, they. Yeah, I mean, they could just turn it around. We'll see. It is the Washington Wizards, so
Yeah,
you do have to question it.
I
But
know. Oh, I know.
uh,
um, all right, you got any more? You got any more takes on this draft
yeah,
class?
let's just go through some other guys I like. My
Yeah.
friend compared Nate Ament to Austin Day. Do you remember who that was? Like
Oh God, yeah.
Gonzaga player.
Detroit
I was like,
Pistons.
Man, that's mean." Um, I really like Bennett Sturts from Iowa. He was unbelievable in the tournament. Like, led Iowa to the Elite Eight. I think he had 43 assists and one turnover in the 4 games. He played every single minute. Um, I don't know, maybe he's not athletic enough, but he is like one of the best decision makers with the ball I've can remember in college. And he was amazing. I mean, last year he played for Drake and he made the Sweet 16. Like they never won a game before, I don't think. So he's just a winner, and I like him. Who knows? Maybe he's not athletic enough, but he's definitely like quite a good player. Um, I like that Alan Graves guy from Santa Clara, the Broncos. I watch a lot of West Coast Conference ball out here. It's just because it's on and you can go to
Yeah.
games really cheap. Um, he's like I saw my friend sent me this tweet from earlier where his main two comps are OG Ananobi and Mikal Bridges, somewhere in between these two.
His closest comp is guaranteed NBA champion.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I was like, oh, that's a hot take. Um, he's pretty fun. He's like um, an analytics darling, that guy. Um,
I
and
think it's so funny. You're talking about Alan Graves.
yeah,
I think it's so funny that like those are the two comps somewhere, and I'm looking at another site that has the comp is Boris Dia.
yeah, yeah. Well, he kind of plays like Boris Diaw. Like
Sure.
I watched my fair share of Broncos games this year. He's like a big man that can pass, and like the analytics really like him. Um, I don't know. Once I saw that comp, I had to get him on my hot board. Um, I don't know what to think about like Sinak and Quaintance, the two bigs. Like they are. Quaintance didn't really play at all, and Sinak was like he had his moments, but he like stunk in the tournament and stunk in the Big 12 tournament. The kid from Michigan, Morris Johnson, the big, is rising up the board. He's gonna be playing in the playoffs. He's real athletic, and he can shoot it a little bit. And if he can do that, he's gonna be a rotation guy for a good team.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of my friends are into Christian Anderson. I watched he was like the guy today. I was like, I need to like get into this guy. He's tiny, but he's a really good shooter, and he's like a movement shooter. Like he's able to get open himself, and like the assist numbers are pretty sweet too for a guy that shoots it as well as he does. 7 assists a game. He shot 42% from three. So I don't know. That's a profile that seems like an NBA guy. It's funny. I'm looking at Tankathon, and they have Alan Graves going to the Knicks with his
I
two
mean,
twins.
why not?
Um, I am a huge St. John's basketball fan, hence my Zuby Ejiofor jersey I put up for this call. I love him. Like I get that he could kind of be a limited player, but he is an absolute dog. He's one of the toughest players and one of my favorite players I've ever got to root for in college. He is truly has like the heart of a winner and like kind of changed the whole program's fortunes. Like it was worse than the Knicks. I mean, they hadn't had a good team since 2000, like had been in the tournament once in the last like 20. 3 years, and I don't know. He's just a winner, and like I think he's more athletic than people think. And if he goes to the Knicks, I'll cry. Like he should be in New York. It would be so cool. Like he is just such a like he's already like the king of the garden, so it'd be cool for him to just stay there. Um,
Okay. I
yeah,
think one
love
thing
him.
that's really interesting about this draft class is in a world, as you mentioned with Ademara, there is not a lot of like true big people in this class. I mean, he is one of the few plus footers. I mean, other than Luigi Suijo.
He's
Uh,
out. He pulled out of the draft
he
today.
did. Okay. Well,
Yeah, he's going to
really, he
Villanova.
is the only 7 footer that's expected to go in the first round. So, in a world where you have to compete with Wemby, like
The Wemby Wars. Yeah, no, there's not that many really, that's why I brought up Sinak and Quaintance. Like they are the other two sort of, and Steinbach, who I haven't really got to watch. I
sure,
mean, yeah, there's
it
not that
feels like
many
for so long
contenders.
the 3 point play style of the NBA moved people into one direction and felt like they could just play small. And
Yeah.
now it's like they're like, oh, we moved too far. We went too far. We need to go back to bigs. I don't know that we're gonna get those true like you know we're not getting Al Jeffersons
Yeah, yeah,
anytime
yeah,
soon.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's interesting. You still need height.
Yeah, you need those guys. I mean, teams are getting bigger than ever. I mean, small guards, even though I'm high on Acuff, I just do think he's special enough to transcend it. Like that's why I'm like a little low on Flemings and Michael Brown. Like I don't know if they're gonna do enough to really be
Yeah,
like a franchise
sure.
level player at their size. Um, I mean, also just like the league is, I mean, the trend is really towards defense. I mean, I
Yes,
think the
absolutely.
the the Knicks, the Thunder, and the Spurs were the top three rated defensive teams in the league. And I don't know, just like I don't know, maybe the 3-point shooting is like more like distributed across the league or something at this point, but like it seems like that setup is not what it was. And like obviously you still need to hit 3-pointers, but like it's not the 3-point chuck fest it was for
Right.
like a decade.
And I do feel like those like top 4 or 5 guys, like they are all already solid on defense. Like I know that Caleb has maybe the most work to go, but I do feel
He's
like
gonna be
they're all
he's
in.
gonna be he's gonna be good on defense. He
Yeah,
just
they're all just at good starting points to enter the NBA as good defenders, which is a
so
telltale
many of
sign of
these
where we're at.
kids, they just dominate like crazy on offense and they never have to play defense. And a lot of them figure it out in the NBA. They just do. Like it's just the guy like Acuff, what his usage rate was insane. Like he's not gonna play defense on the other end. It's like in the pros, it's not the same. Like you figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's the second round's really weak this year because so many of the kids went back to school for the NIL money. So there's not as many guys I'm like up on. I really like Trevon Brazil from Arkansas. Um, he like really kind of figured it out, I thought, like the last month or two of the season. He was like a first round prospect for 2 years. And like I don't know, he's he's quite athletic. He's huge, 6'10". And I don't know. I feel like he could be a solid rotation big, and you can get him in the second round. Um, I like him. I like my other guy from St. John's, Dylan Mitchell. He is like the reincarnation of Tony Allen. Like he cannot shoot at all, but like he is so good at everything else. Like he's the mate. He's like a lockdown defender from the jump. Like he's sick. He's so athletic. If he could shoot at all, I mean, he'd be like a $20 million 3 and D guy. Like
Sure.
he's quite talented. Definitely one of the best athletes in the class. Um,
Okay.
yeah, the kid. Yeah, I mean, I like Terrace Reed from UConn too. What we're saying, he's equipped for the Wemby wars. He is a big dude. I mean, the tournament people didn't have an answer for him. He was just kind of running amok.
Sure.
But yeah, it should be
So
exciting.
I mean, there is a very deep class here, and I feel like what I would love to know is, I know you have these guys. You did your rankings. So do you think someone like realistically, where do you think Yaxel's going to go? Like I know you're pretty high on him, but do you think he will still?
I don't think he'll get to 15. No.
No, he's fallen out of
No,
lottery.
I don't think so. I mean, every mock I see has him going to OKC at 12.
Sure, which would be an unfair like
Yeah, yeah.
that would go
Well,
their way.
OKC can't even. They don't even have a roster slot for him. Like
No,
they're in an interesting position. Like they're gonna make a move that I think is will be completely unpredictable. Like with one of their bigger players, I think, because they're just like already up against it with the cap. That owner's cheap. He's not gonna want to pay the second apron luxury tax, and like they can't sign either of these draft picks right now. So there's all talk about them trying to consolidate the pick into one pick or trading both for a future pick. Like it's like I don't know. Like the league should just collude against Presti and just make them eat the picks. You know,
you wanted
like
him, you got him, man.
yeah. Like I mean, it's kind of the target's off OKC because the Spurs made the finals, but like they're still going to be amazing for the next 5 years minimum. So
Right. You
I
wanted
don't
his
know.
picks. I guess
Don't
you'll
help
have to
them.
release Alex Caruso.
Yeah. No, they're gonna make some. Yeah, like I would think Dort's probably gone. I don't know. We'll see. But like I think they're like secretly the most interesting team of the offseason, what they might do. So
Yeah, because their core is still almost just as young as the Spurs. Like they're only a couple years
just
older
as
than
young,
them.
just as annoying, you know?
Yeah. We get to watch this for the next like 8 years.
It's pretty fun series.
It
But yeah,
is.
it was it's good that the Spurs didn't win this time. It's
Yeah,
and honestly we're a Tyrese Halliburton injury away from the East having won what 3 years in a row. So
that's true.
yeah.
I mean, and two with the Spurs, like you can't have Wemby win as like a 22-year-old. Like then he'll retire when he's like 28, and he'll be like, "I'm good. I did it. I did what I need to
Yeah.
do."
Yeah. I don't I think it's a better narrative for him. He just
Yeah.
needs to stop tripping people, you know, and play fouling everyone. So
I don't mind him being physical. I don't mind him not shaking hands at the end of the game. But yes,
I
maybe
think
don't shove Brunson's head into the ground.
I think it's pretty weak to not shake hands at the edge of the finals. Like
I don't
you
care.
gotta grow up.
I saw Draymond talking about how he shouldn't do that, and I do believe Draymond also did that in the.
Of course he did that.
So like, it just doesn't make sense. I like the fire in Wemby. I like the competitiveness. Obviously, he's young. He's making mistakes. So we'll see where he changes things next year.
Yeah, he's gonna be right back in the mix for sure.
But thanks as usual for
But
coming
yeah,
on and talking about these picks and bringing your draft hot takes, which could very well be correct.
I
A lot
mean,
of times no one can tell.
I always look back at draft boards just to see like how wrong people were, and it's like, well, if you have a strong feeling, it's like I I haven't watched every single one of these guys at length, but
Sure,
I have watched a good chunk of them, and you know, I don't know. You got to trust your gut. I mean, I'm
that's how
not doing
guys like
this for a living.
Giannis go to
Yeah.
like 14. What did he go 15?
Yeah, well, they only had like a security cam video of him or something. I remember the highlight they played of him. It was like, who is this guy?
Yeah. But the potential, we didn't have the same feelings with Bruno
Yeah.
Caboclo.
Oh, that's my favorite moment in the draft of all time. Bruno. They played this.
He's the next Giannis.
Well, you know the quote about him from draft night from Fran Fraschilla, right?
Mm-mm.
They showed like this. I mean, his footage was the worst. It really looked like it was shot like on a Fisher Price camera or something. Like you couldn't even like see him. And then Fran Fraschilla comes on and goes, "Oh, Bruno." He goes, He's 2 years away from being 2 years away.
Yeah. I feel like that's been obviously
Oh,
repurposed for
that
like
was
so
it
many
though.
different people now.
I think one of the funniest quotes of all time, like from the draft. It's so hilarious.
Amazing. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, dude. As always, thanks for talking draft.
You got it.
And yeah, I'm excited to see what actually plays out here.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're going to be happy with whoever you get. Who knows? There could be a curveball.
I think we're both in for hopefully a happy draft day.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thanks again for
Cool.
coming on.
Yep. See ya.
All right. See ya. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks again, Josh, for coming out and doing another little NBA draft recap for us. Thanks again for joining. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. We have a brand new half court session out with Brother Bird. This is the first one of the year. Super excited. Brother Bird is so talented. I think you will definitely love these videos, these performances. They're so great. Follow us on X. Join our Discord. I love the community, growing by the day. We had a great time during these finals. It was very, very active, and I really do love being a part of this community. So get on in there. And then, of course, support us on Patreon if you want to help. Help us make more half court sessions. We're at patreon.com/indie basketball. You get a monthly playlist. You get discounts on our merch. You get that bonus half court session. You get early access to this podcast and all podcast episodes. So, any support at all is super, super appreciated, and it helps us keep doing what we're doing. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.